Hi again, everyone. I'm Luke, that conscious living guy, and today I'm going to talk about mental health. This is a very important subject that's close to my heart, having suffering with anxiety, depression, and a lot of other problems. So, things that I've kind of taught myself, I've found out through like audios, as well as kind of life experience, I would say, is that the people in your life have a huge effect on you. So, what they do, what they say, how they act around you, what kind of comments they kind of say, and this has made me kind of reevaluate a lot of people in my life. I know that a lot of people, back when I was much younger, I kind of let people talk to me like crap, if I'm honest. They used to put me down, they used to say negative comments about what I wore, how I talked, how I acted. I don't think a lot of it was that they knew what they was kind of doing. I think with people being quite immature or young, and they don't really realise what words and actions have on other people, especially if someone hasn't got like a good self image of the self. And I would say in the last 3 or 4 years, I've cut out a lot of people. I have been quite cutthroat, is a good word that I like to use. And the reason why I've been so cutthroat and so adamant of what people I want in my life is because life is too short to have people, saying nasty comments every now and then when they want to put you down or they want to make themselves, feel better. Like, seriously, I don't think so. I deserve better than that. And a lot of other people deserve better as well. So why should you let someone say or do something that makes you unhappy? No, it's not happening. So I've cut a lot of people out. What I do tend to do though is I don't tend to cut them out 100%. So I always think everyone deserves a second chance, I believe. So I give them a second chance. If they screw me over again, then I tell them. This I've worked on, since I've been little. And I think a lot of people, because people think that you have to kind of, it's socially unacceptable to speak the truth. Well, it's not really. As long as you're not, being nasty to that person, you are well in your right to tell people how they're making you feel. If they're not making you feel happy or they're not improving your life, then you need to tell them. You tell them if they're a good person, they will realise, what they're doing or what they're saying, they'll change. And if they don't worry about it. I literally have only just learned this. Like, I used to always say, oh, no, don't do this, do that, and, listening to meditation and do some yoga, and, you'll get through this and eat healthily and, be positive and, do some affirmations and you'll, build your mood up. And these people would be like, yeah, I'll do it. And I think you can sense as well when you're talking to someone, when they're not listening to you. I had a few friends that did this, that would say that they was listening when there wasn't. And I always wanted to help people, to kind of save them from, whatever they're doing. Because I think a lot of the times I see myself in other people. So I see, I was like that back in the day, and look where I am. I can help other people, and I think wasting your energy on people that aren't even bothered about helping themselves is again very draining, mentally and physically, and it's such a waste of time. Like, it's mental to think like how often I used to do that weekly, monthly, and I'd come back and they'd be like doing exactly the same thing. Yeah, so yeah, I took them out of my life. And the next point is, once doing that, you then need to make sure that each person in your life is bringing you everything that they need to bring you. That they're being positive, that they're giving you something as well as you giving them something. A friendship is a two-way thing, and I had friends where it was very one-sided, that they, wanted to do this and it was only on their terms. And in that sense, it's quite crazy to think that when you take that person out of the situation, out of your life, how much of a positive thing that can, be. And it's such a simple thing as well, to kind of reevaluate your friends, to make sure that they're doing what they're meant to be doing, and I think that's definitely 100% has helped my mental health completely. I think if people don't listen to you, or are doing exactly the same things that are annoying you, then you have a right to tell people, that's upsetting me, or I don't really want you to to do that because it makes me feel so and so and so, or it doesn't make me feel very good. And if they don't do it, then see you later. Like, really? No, if you're not going to listen to me, then you're not in my life. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is your mind. Now, I'm going to sound like a proper hippie, and I probably sound like a proper hippie throughout this video, but God, your mind is such a beautiful and powerful thing. Anything that you put your mind to and you work hard at, you're going to succeed. You can do anything that you put your mind to. And I always kind of laugh when I think about that, because a manager once said to me that you can't handle this job, it's too stressful, this is obviously the highest paid job you've ever had, and you need to be demoted because you can't handle the stress. And right there and then, honestly, it completely made me think, God, yeah, maybe I can't handle it. Maybe I can't. Yeah, so maybe for a year, 2 years, I actually believed that I couldn't handle the stress. At that time, I basically left that job without another job, because I thought, do you know what, I can't handle the job in itself. It was very stressful, draining. It wasn't really for me, if I'm honest. So I left that job without having a job to go to. And I can safely say that was the best thing that I've ever done for my mental health. Because as soon as I walked out of that place, wow. And you're probably thinking, you what? You left a job without having another job? Didn't you have bills? Yeah, I had bills. I had rent. I had lots of bills. But do you know what? Oh, it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. And at that time, for the first month of me working my notice, I thought, it's alright, a job's going to come to me. Jobs always come to me. Like, it's going to happen, it's fine. Absolutely fine. The last day, I had a telephone interview, got the job, then went for a physical interview, and they give me the job. Do you know what I mean? Like, so your mind is a very positive and powerful thing that you can use. You put your mind to anything, you can do it. So on that occasion, I had another job, which was sales. I didn't really want it, if I'm honest. I kind of wanted it at the beginning. The company completely lied, as a lot of companies do in interviews, and I actually got fired from that job from lack of sales. Again, one of the best things that ever happened to me. I really didn't like the job. It weighed me down. It was very negative. And then I got fired, I think it was 3 days before I was going on the holiday, and I put it out there and was like, that's alright, a job's going to come to me. Again, a job came to me. I started in October. This was August. I went with a couple of months without having a lot of money. I lived off my credit cards, which was ridiculously stupid of myself. But that also meant that I was still being very independent, because I'm a very independent person. And then I got the job that I'm in now. The job that I'm in now, yes, it is quite difficult to do, especially if you have a lot of personal problems. If you've got no personal problems, it's actually a really easy job. The best paid job that I've had to date. The managers are really good, they're very understanding for like mental health as well, and co-workers are great. It's just a really good job, so I'm in a really good place at the moment. My personal life's quite good. So one of the main problems with today's society really affects a lot of people's mental health is not living in the moment. So it's the simple things really that I enjoy. So I love listening to music. I love biking to work, feeling the wind in my hair. I love the sound of birds in the morning. I love the sun when it's sunny. I even like the rain. I also really love to have a nice hot shower and feel like the water, washing me down, and them little things, just to kind of embrace and be in the moment and think. Make the water wash away your worries and just kind of enjoy it. So these days we also don't know how to shut off from the world, from social media, from TV, any like kind of personal problems. So what I try and do is I check in maybe like every couple of hours. So I kind of sit there and think, do you know what, how's my mental health at this moment in time? And if it's not good, then I'll look maybe doing a tiny bit of meditation. I'll maybe take myself out of that situation that I'm in at the moment and kind of take a step back and just kind of calm myself down if I need to. What I also try and do as well is, I know a lot of like the mental health problems that I've had, the way I kind of get around it and kind of through the mental health problems is I do things that release endorphins. So it's statistically known that when you work out or jog, it releases endorphins, so it makes you feel really, really happy. So I try and do that quite a lot actually, to be honest. I'm quite a fit person. What I also do as well for depression and anxiety is I have bananas every day. So bananas basically level out your serotonin, which is the happy drug, and this basically, it's kind of like a natural version of like anxiety tablets or the antidepressants. I also, when I need to, also have kiwi as well, because that's also known to help you with mental health. Another thing as well that I think is very important is sleep. Now sleep, to me, I need to have at least 8 hours. I mean, I can handle with 7 hours, and this I found with my mental health, if I don't have a lot of sleep that night, it affects my whole day. And a little thing like that, like, I can't believe how much it affects me. God, I can get teary over like the silliest thing. But when I look back at it, I think like, really? I cried over that? But yeah, so that affects it. So what I also do as well is I do yoga. Now, I do yoga, although I haven't been doing it for quite a while. I normally try and do yoga twice or 3 times a week. So it's really good at kind of sorting out your health issues, if you've got any. And the meditation at the end is absolute bliss. I really love it. And just really doing things that make you happy. So as a whole, kind of trying to find out what makes you happy. So as I said, like, I'm quite active. I do yoga. I do meditation daily. And I'd say me helping people. Like, I love helping people. And I think if I've made a difference in someone's life just that one day, it might have been like a random smile. It could be that I compliment people, which everyone at work knows that I do literally religiously every single day. And I think that affects me, as in people have commented on myself, like maybe nice hair or whatever. And that kind of like picks me up a little bit. So I know that affects other people, so I kind of tend to do that quite, not like forcefully, but if I see something that I like, then I let them know, because I know that it can make a big effect on a person's day. Looking forward to things. So doing things that you love, maybe it might not be, monthly, if you're on like a low budget, but having things to look forward to. So like maybe a night out with your friends, or a short break, or a holiday. I tend to do things maybe like every month, maybe. Even if it's a little treat. Yeah, so maybe anything that really makes you happy and doesn't have a negative effect on any other person. And yeah, just being like you, like not trying to make someone else happy. You need to just be yourself. If you don't know kind of what you are as a person, or what you kind of, what you want to do in life, don't worry. It'll come to you. Like, there's nothing to worry about. I've only just kind of, over this last, 2 years, kind of found out, what I actually want to do in my life. And I'm 32, so, there might be really young people, 18, 19-year-olds, not knowing what to do with their life, and kind of worrying about, oh, I don't know what I want to be when I'm older, and, just live life, because life is far too short, and don't worry about what anyone is thinking about you. I know this is, very hard to do, but seriously, those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. So as long as you've got the right people in your life, it won't matter what they think, People are going to judge you regardless, whether you're nice, whether you're nasty, whether you're too happy, whether you're too sad, whether you're too out there, or whether you're too quiet, you know, so people are going to judge you all the time, like, so don't worry about it, you know, do whatever you want to do, as long as you're not hurting anybody physically and mentally, and it's not at someone else's expense, do it. Who even cares what other people think? Do you. Just do it. Do you know, if you look back in life and think, when you're older, oh God, I really wish that I did this, but because, you know, this person told me that I shouldn't do it, you know, I just didn't do it because I thought, you know, maybe they know best. Do it, because at the end of the day, it's your life, and as long as you're living your life how you want to live, and if it all goes, you know, wrong, and you screw up major time, and you know, you have to then start all again, then at least you can say, do you know what, I give it my all, and I did it, and I tried my hardest, and, you know, I'll learn from that, and next time, you know, I'll do it again. Don't give up, because if you want it that bad, you will put everything into it, and you will make it work. And that I've had so many people telling me, you can't do this, you shouldn't do that, you know, don't put this on your head, or don't wear that, or, you know, don't act like this, or I don't like this. Tough. I don't care whether you don't like it, because at the end of the day, if it's making me happy, that's all that matters. You are very important, and if you're not happy, then you need to change it, and you can change it. You can do whatever you want. I just think, like, people are so obsessed with what people think these days on social media. Like, seriously, infuriates me how some people, like, feel like they're ugly, or they're fat, or they need to tone up, or, you know, I don't look like this person, or I need to get, like, a nose job, or I need to get plastic surgery to look at this person. A lot of things on social media are so fake and have such a negative impact on people's mental health. Like, it's unreal. And I think this is another thing that I do. I limit myself on social media. So first of all, I do not look at every post that people post up on Facebook. Facebook and social media in general, you're only ever going to put something positive on social media, unless you're myself. I'm real on my Facebook. If I'm depressed, I'll put it up, and, you know, I will say that I'm depressed, and I'll put it out there, I'll put my poems out there. And I think a lot of people only share really nice, positive. Oh, like, it's nice that you know, you're doing nice things. But just because that one person or a lot of people share very nice things doesn't mean that their life is perfect. Their life isn't perfect. All they're picking out is the top events in their life, and they're highlighting them on social media. So don't just think, just because you're looking at this picture and, you know, she's got beautiful skin, and, you know, this person's got an amazing body, and they're travelling all over the world, that their life is perfect. Their life won't be perfect. I think a lot of people kind of don't understand that, and because it's not highlighted, they don't see it. You know, when you walk past someone and you say, oh, are you alright? Oh yeah, I'm cool, I'm like really happy. That day they might actually be really, really down, and they might just be going, oh yeah, I'm really good, like, you know, trying to make themselves believe it. And in that sense, a lot of people don't like to share, like, their mental health. Me personally, I try and share it as much as possible, because I don't want this stigma to carry on, where, you know, you've got mental health and you can't have a full-time job, or, you know, oh, he's crazy because he's got depression and he's got anxiety and he's proper weird. You know, a lot of people actually struggle every single day but don't tell anybody. And the last really thing that I want to say is, you know, bottling it up inside can only work for so long. Not telling anybody can only work for so long, and not getting help is not good for your mental health, and is not good, you know, for your physical health as well. And in that sense, you know, I know if you think I really need to I need to do something for my mental health and for myself in general, but I'm not sure what, do you know what, drop me a message, or put a comment on this video, because there's so many different, you know, charities out there that help with like mental health. There's so many things that you can do, and there's so many, you know, there's just absolute tons of stuff that you can do. And if I'm honest, like, I will 100% hold hand on my heart, I've done counselling, and I am not ashamed of it at all, because at the end of the day, that counselling, and this is not like over exaggerating at all. I honestly think counselling and meditation has completely saved my life. It's turned my life around, and I feel like if I could just spread that out there and get other people, you know, to get help and to get, you know, counselling, or, you know, do some meditation, that's going to seriously impact your life. Like, so positively. And you know, maybe the first like couple of sessions are going to be a bit weird, talking to a stranger about your life, but at the end of the day, that's their job. And sharing just, you know, one problem or your problems with just one person who's, you know, they're trained on this, they know exactly how to deal with this. You know, you're getting help to just kind of share it with just one person. Oh, I tell you, the release and the relief that I had after my one counselling session was absolutely unreal. I've shared it with a couple of my friends. But I tell you what, you will be shocked at how many people actually suffer from mental health, actually suffer from anxiety and depression and, you know, suicidal thoughts and a range of other things. You need to do it for yourself, because you deserve to be happy and you deserve to get that help. I'm going to pop a couple of motivational videos in the bottom of the description of this video. I'm also going to put a couple of contact details as well for some mental health telephones as well. So just remember, be you and show people what you're made of. Realising actually how strong of a person I am. And I want everybody who watches this video to know how strong they are and how you can overcome anything that you put your mind to. And yeah, so I think kind of a recap of what this video has been about. To understand that people in your life have a huge impact on your life and your mental health. You need to know if a person is doing something horrible, just speak to them. And if they're not okay with it, then get rid, because you are worth more than that. And anything that you put your mind to, you can do. Like behind me, probably can see a little bit, but I've got like a huge like a dream board, so a vision board of what I want my life to be in the future. And that as well, that's a really good way of putting it out there, what you want in life, and you'll get it. That's everything for this video. So don't forget to smile at a stranger. It could actually completely change their day. And if you want to subscribe and see any more videos, click that button, and I will be with you in a couple of weeks. Bye.